This just came out of...
Beats me. Everyone else must also be at a loss.
No one is allowed to bully. Bam! Mr. Zubair, we're trying to put together a list of arguments that might be useful.
What's up, Memory? How's it
It won't
going?
be difficult to explain our position. They're in the wrong, and they know it. I have meticulously managed this theater's affairs for years,
Oh,
and
maybe I
I
can
have
turn
abided
this
by
off.
every procedure and obtained every permit. I did all of that to protect ourselves if something like this were to occur. I didn't
You hear me right,
expect them
or
to disregard the rules altogether.
good to know.
Yes, I know. But anyone who's staying at the theater is one of us. If I can't even protect the members of the theater from outside pressure, then I have
Glad
failed
to know
in
you're
my
doing well.
duty as a manager. In summary, you need sufficient confidence and strict adherence to the rules. At least for now, they don't have the authority to demolish the theater. As long as you double down on
Just
that
gonna
point
do
and
this
force
story
them to
quest
concede
real
it,
quick.
you'll gain an advantage.
All right, got it.
I've seen many situations like this before. The academia sure likes to get its nose into everyone's business.
I was going to do the I was going to wrap up the Sumeru Arc conquest. Wait. You hit a raccoon? Well, that's odd. I feel bad for that raccoon then. You gonna do the same to my teacup?
While you prepare for the debate, I will also prepare the theater for the potential aftermath. It's best to prepare for the worst outcome.
Did you stop driving due to the bill being too large?
Once you're done chatting, do me a favor and tell our customers that we're canceling all of our shows.
I'll assume those are cheaper. Well, that's good to know. Does Rouge like tea? I wonder. Does she like tea? I can't remember.
Do we really have to?
Ran into another detour from the Archon quest. So yeah, I'm doing a second one. Even though I definitely woke up on the wrong side of the bed not long ago. Yep, you told me that many times before. Anyone else hate tea in this chat?
Right now, no one's in the right frame of mind to perform. I have to consider both our staff and our customers. This is the only way.
I think I'm most likely gonna take care of this stupid detour. Go back to the actual Archon quest. Wrap that up, and then take my unjustified anger out on some enemies.
Nilu, you are incredible.
Like tea a lot. Well, just make sure you don't have a teacup around this guy. I don't like coffee either.
With your talent and youth, you had the least to lose out of all of us. And yet you were still the first to take a stand.
You know, it's odd, because I literally drank apple juice not long ago.
I've never thought about leaving your theater, Mr. Zubair. I truly love this place, and I want to keep dancing here.
Yeah, I probably won't bring tea. I probably bring some, well, orange juice or apple juice, or a soda, or sparkling water. Tea is definitely not my first choice.
I also want to keep dancing with everyone else.
Anyone else like coffee in this chat? Well, what do you mean by anyone else? I don't even like coffee.
You're becoming more and more like her. Do your best. We'll do all that we can, and leave the rest to fate.
I never tried brisk.
Hey! My teacher. She was an excellent dancer, but she's retired now. If we have time later, I'd be happy to tell you more about her.
I've gained a whole new level of respect for you.
Oh, how nice.
Inaya was right. It's true that I couldn't bear to bring down Nilu.
Herbal tea.
It wasn't out of pity or anything, though. I just felt like I didn't have the right to say anything.
You mean like the ones that come out of those leaves?
After all, Nilu was the one who bravely stepped up and proposed to fight back. I didn't have that kind of courage or initiative. I'd be a terrible person if I spoke badly of Nilu without doing anything to help. She knows better than any of us how difficult this path will be.
Some brisk. I'll consider it next time I go to 7-Eleven or something.
I didn't expect you all to challenge the academia.
We all have before. This is after putting that wander in this place.
That reminded me of my younger years. Back then, I feared nothing and no one, and I was always charging into the most dangerous of places. I can't do things like that anymore, but those were some of the best times of my life.
I'll try to remember.
Sorry. If the theater really ends up getting demolished, then you, Sorin, and Abi will all...
It's all right. There's no need to think such heavy thoughts. Even if the building gets demolished, its people will still all be here.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I'll try to keep that in mind.
Have faith in the resilience of an adventurer. We can always figure something out.
But won't you have regrets if things just come to an abrupt end? It'd be like when you were forced to stop adventuring.
Ah, so that's what you were worrying about. Relax. I've had a lot of experience with regret. Things are painful at first, but as they say, time heals all wounds.
I don't agree with that saying. Drink to relax. Well, by that definition, I should have drank tea instead of juice recently.
Look at us now. Serene and Abi are happy. And Serene has also just passed his theater exam. He can start acting soon. He was thrilled because he can soon perform on the same stage as you.
Next week comes around. I'm gonna put that wander in this place again.
We wouldn't be here if it weren't for our past struggles. And would Serene have become a happier person? That's hard to say.
I guess caffeine will have the opposite effect.
Are you trying to make us feel better?
Yes, but I truly do mean what I say. Being here at the theater has taught me an important lesson.
This is my feet.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Sounds like something you do.
I can choose to believe that my life ended with my husband's death. Or I can choose to believe that it was a blessing in disguise for Serene and Abi.
You always see it as both.
Similarly, even if this theater disappears, a new beginning might just be around the corner. Good and bad are all human-made concepts. It all depends on how we choose to see things.
You have a point.
Nilu, I know how important Zubair Theater is to you. But you don't have to be so nervous. We're all here with you. The theater won't go down so easily.
Thank you, Miss Raykar.
No need to thank me. If anything, you inspired me with your bravery. You might have what it takes to become an excellent adventurer.
No way, I'll come behind me. Okay.
You're too kind. All right, I gotta cheer up. I can't waste everyone's words of encouragement. I feel a lot better.
Good. My children and I will be cheering you on at the debate.
That's two. Who's the last one then?
When the day comes, I'll get my friends and the theater's customers to come and support Nilu. If anything goes wrong, I'll have them scream and shout and drown out whatever Sharif says. I can't do that? Fine, I'll think of something else.
What do you, man? Alright, so who's the last person I need to talk to? Well,
Doesn't really want to talk to him.
good luck getting some juice.
So,
I
you've
have my
already
fill.
developed some prejudices against me. And to think, I was just about to put forward a suggestion.
Let's hear it.
Oh, I never listened to that.
You monocle-faced, ugly-ass prick.
Although, I know not if you have a new answer to my previous question. Now seems like an appropriate time to revisit it. What do you think is the meaning of art?
Oh, this again?
Honestly, this feels odd knowing what I do most of the time.
We probably do need to tackle this question if we want to prove the value of the arts. I don't know how to explain it, but all I know is that when my performance makes the audience happy, I also become very happy.
This actually makes me question my own definition.
Does that count as a meaning?
You answered him so seriously. Careful, Nilu. This guy's ramblings never make any sense.
Makes some sense.
No. Nilu's answer far surpasses yours. And it is close to my own.
Ouch.
The meaning of art comes not from its creators, but from its audience.
Huh?
In other words, only art that can be appreciated by others will impart its essence and value upon the minds of its audience. This is something that the academia can never understand.
You seem to have many stories of your own.
I once pursued the mastery of art. much like how a researcher would chase wisdom and knowledge. However, the more of a connoisseur I became, the less I felt I understood. I began to question what it truly meant for art to be understood at all.
Is it orange juice or apple juice? Or is it deluxe choice grape juice? You know he likes that stuff.
I knew that the most sophisticated works are often the least appreciated, and yet somehow that provided me with little solace.
Huh? Oh, that's a damn shame.
I remained even perplexed about this conundrum until I visited this theater and watched one of Nilu's performances.
It was that life-changing?
Everyone here had a joyous part in the overall experience. The actors upon the stage basked in the love of their audience, while those in the house immersed themselves in the wondrous ambiance.
Huh, pineapple. Nice.
In all honesty, from a purely critical point of view, the performances here are exceedingly average.
Oh, suck pot.
Hey, don't say something like that.
But what bewildered me was how, despite the performance's middling quality, they captivated their whole audience. They captivated even me.
Well, I respect your honesty at least.
I realized then that I had walked the wrong road. The mastery of art was never what I truly wanted.
Somewhat.
I left the so-called frontiers of artistic research and came to this theater. For this is where I can finally find what I seek. Art will no longer be a castle in the sky. Whether it be inspiring or entertaining, art must be appreciated by others to confer value. If art cannot accomplish that, then it is meaningless.
Huh.
When you put it that way... Mr. Zubair and I refused to follow the Academia's orders to change our shows for a similar reason. To put it simply, we were afraid that our shows would lose their meaning if people couldn't understand them.
I once stood in the spotlight, but I relinquished fame and acclaim for the freedom I enjoy today. I care not for where my feet may take me next, but Nilu, you need to remember one thing. You already stand upon the finest stage there is, and that is a rare gift that should never be taken for granted.
Yep. Oh wait, this is not a...
You cannot give it up, not even to the Academia.
Alright, so... how is this gonna be...
I understand. Thank you for your words of encouragement, Mr. Kasani.
It's supposed to be a battle of logic, right?
Dust the cobwebs away from the eyes of those scholars.
You really seem to care a lot about the theater.
Once you get to know him, you'll realize that he's actually a bit...
Oh, sorry, Nilo.
You're here. Is the theater actually closing?
He's been worried sick for a while now. He wouldn't stop talking the whole way back.
Hey, you two.
What exactly happened? Did someone come down from the Academia?
Yep.
Yes. He told us that we have to shut down the theater within 30 days, and that it's going to be demolished.
What the heck? That came with no warning.
Do you really hate when suddenly some random act of despair just springs upon you? After all that hard work you did? Doesn't that infuriate you?
They're messing with us again.
Well, enjoy your Star Rail. And your Firefly. The famous line is coming. You are not going to get me to yell today. I can tell you that much.
Don't tell me you'll have to listen to him.
Come on. You know the answer to that.
Maybe one day you'll get me to yell. But not today.
Yeah, it is a direct order from the academia.
There's no need to worry, though. I'm preparing for a public debate with the academia. If I win, we might be able to overturn things and change their minds.
Really? That's terrific. You have my full support, no doubt about that.
Mine too. So what was their excuse anyway? They still not a fan of the theater's programs?
They're haters.
Yeah, something like that.
It is haters.
Good thing they have the power to make rash decisions about things they don't even understand, huh?
What the shit?
Yeah, they need to touch more grass, not books.
Oh, so that's... Oh. Wow, he actually said to touch more grass.
Exactly. They want to look down on us? Ha! We'll look down on them first.
Yep, I see.
Don't worry. Everyone here has your back. The academia's recklessness won't get them any praise.
Right. They might think that some forms of knowledge are more valuable than others, but everyone can equally appreciate art.
That's... Part of me should be surprised, but... But Gaming's existence. There's Gaming, so... Yep. Can't say I should be surprised there.
If they don't believe that, send them my way. I got them beat on this subject.
Maybe you can prepare some questions on the details of dance performance to make things harder for them at the debate.
Sounds like a good idea. Maybe that's something I should do.
Now I think about it, it's a damn shame I didn't get to put my fist, well, Aether's fist, to that Grand Sage's face.
Ignore him. He's joking. Just do things your way. No matter what, we will always support you.
Thank you all so much. Your understanding and support make me feel a lot better.
There are always more solutions than problems. If you need help during the debate, just shout and the entire Grand Bazaar will be at your beck and call.
Gotta show them who has the people's support.
I feel like the pieces are starting to fall into place. Let's head back to the theater and organize our thoughts.
Sounds good. Inaya should also be back soon.
Alright. Peace out. I'll get this story done, and maybe if you're streaming today, I'll pull up and probably take my revenge. I still have to say which one to get.
Abby, have you seen Miss Inaya?
No, Miss Nilu. Miss Inaya isn't back yet.
Miss Inaya.
Wasn't she just passing on a message? Does she really need this much time?
Oh no. Traveler, Paimon, I've think I've messed up big time.
What
What
is
if
it?
Inaya never planned to come back?
What?
Please
It's
explain.
just a gut feeling, but knowing her, she probably feels like she's completely responsible for what happened. She probably thinks that all of this happened because she was staying here.
But her father's a hater. What? There's no other explanation.
Oh, right. As soon as her father showed up, she said that her father was targeting her. So she's felt like that this whole time.
She has a long-standing conflict with her father. That's why she ran away from home. She doesn't think that we can win the debate, and she doesn't want to implicate us, so she thought leaving was the best thing to do.
You know, a good chunk of the games well, 2 of the games I'm interested in seem to involve daddy issues. Why is that?
And then she just quietly left afterward.
Exactly. She's being too pessimistic. How will you know if you don't try? Anyway, first things first. We have to get her back.
Someone tells me that all the time. From a video game character's eyes, I can only see where they're coming from. Only from a video game character's eyes. And not mine.
But where should we start? Sumeru is huge!
I think I might know. Let's start by looking outside the city.
I guess it's gonna drag on for a bit longer.
Before I brought her to Zubair Theater, she was staying at a remote campsite. She got a fever from drinking unclean water, so I carried her back. If she has nowhere else to go after leaving the theater, she might go back and strike out on her own again.
Then let's go take a look.
Yes, let's hurry.
This shit gonna drag itself out, huh? Wow. She really managed to get outside the scene in such a short period of time. Crazy. Oh, too bad I'm not gonna walk all the way there. That was a beautiful looking area.
There are signs that someone had stayed here very recently.
But we can't confirm if it was Inaya or not. Let's take a look around first. Did you hear that?
I guess we don't need to.
I heard it too. Let's investigate.
It sounds like we're getting closer. The voice is coming from over there.
Yes, we're almost there. Stay back!
Oh.
It's Inaya! She's being attacked by wild animals!
Inaya, don't be scared! We're coming to help!
Wow, this is actually kind of cool.
Hands with the wings! Positions!
Wow, most of these players really get up. Knowledge of few weapons.
There is no escape.
Long version.
Gotcha.
You done? Cool.
Thank you. There weren't so many big animals in this area before. They chased after me for a long time. Sorry. I'm causing trouble for you again.
Why did you leave by yourself?
Didn't we already answer this question?
You really don't think we have a chance at winning the debate?
No. I just thought it would take too much effort. Everything happened because of me. If I'm gone, then the situation will resolve itself.
Yeah! Everyone's working together towards a happier ending. No one should be singled out for blame.
It's all right if it's me. As long as the theater won't get demolished. You guys are the kindest people I've ever met. You shouldn't suffer so much because of me.
Listen to me, Inaya. Even if you were the reason that all of this happened, no one would blame you. Mr. Zubair said that you're one of us, so that means we will protect you. No matter what happens, we'll stand as one.
Nilu, there will always be a victim. Whether it's me or the theater. You can't eat your cake and have it too.
Wait, isn't the saying the other way around?
You can't win a debate against the academia. Especially since your opponent will be my father. My father is an extremely demanding man. He's always wanted me to become an exceptional researcher and his academic successor. I tried my best to meet his expectations and did everything I could. But he still wasn't satisfied. Or rather, he had just never been satisfied with me. I'm no genius. But whenever he berated me, it was always as if he was asking me, "Why aren't you a genius?" Yeah, like I'd know.
So that's why you ran away from home?
At first, I thought the father would slowly come to terms with reality. But he just wouldn't stop berating me. For one exam, I earned the 3rd highest score.
The 3rd highest score? That's more than most people will get.
I thought that all my hard work had finally paid off. That I could finally make Father feel some modicum of joy.
However...
I even used the embroidery skills I learned at school to make a commemorative gift for him. I thought, even this daughter can make her father happy sometimes. Right?
I see. When we were embroidering your gift before, I didn't feel like you were new at it.
Yeah. Sorry for not bringing it up. These are not pleasant memories for me.
Do not compare... Oh, wait a minute. Let me see here. But the problem is... Well, I think they'll eventually like Afghani's Mario. You know, maybe not as much since, well, Charles has been there for a long, long time. But, let me think. What am I gonna say? It may take a little getting used to since it's not Charles, but it's still, it's not a drastic change. Not the most drastic change. Let's look what happened to Jason. He is the most loved Sonic voice of all time. I'm not sure if he was that liked when he first came to the role. He wasn't even trying for that role either.
I was tired of him yelling at me every day. All I wanted was to see him smile at me. But he was more angry than ever before once I'd given him my embroidery and told him my score. He flung my present to the side.
Oh, what a piece of shit.
You think you should be proud of third place? Reflect on why you weren't first.
Ouch.
I forgot how long I'd cried for. I only remember my parents arguing. My mother also thought he went overboard. They argued for such a long time. My father eventually stormed out and slammed the door behind him. I didn't get a single sentence of apology, or any words of comfort. I've completely given up. We're destined to never understand each other.
How horrible!
I don't think you can beat him in a debate. Because he doesn't even understand what kind of place a theater is. He can never understand the relationship performers have with their audience. His life is devoid of camaraderie or friendship. He just wants everything to happen according to his wishes, as if the world revolves around him. What we cherish, our little place in this world, means nothing to him.
It sounds like your past has had a huge impact on you.
I understand now, Inaya. But when we were preparing for the debate, I heard something quite wise. Maybe it'll help you. Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everything checks out.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior.
I don't know which one this may be.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
No, there should be something else that's more relevant.
Are we doing this as Nilu?
Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior. Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everything checks out.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Miss Raykar has gone through a lot in her life. But she told us that she's very happy to live at the theater now. Although she ran into misfortune, it led her down a new path in life. She sees that as a blessing. She told me that the most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Speaking of the devil, it's Sino's birthday.
Interpret it?
I can sympathize with your unhappiness at home, but after you ran away, you ended up at the theater and became one of us. Those unhappy experiences allowed you to
I think
really
it's
cherish
raining,
your
so I'm
bonds with
also
everyone,
close my
and
windows.
also gave you the opportunity to become friends with us.
Is it?
Don't let your past suffering keep you from the new life that you've worked so hard to find.
Oh.
Let the past stay in the past.
When I ran away from home, I swore that I would leave my family conflicts behind. But you're right. All I'm doing now is falling right back into it.
Maybe you'll disappoint him, but that doesn't matter. You have a new future waiting for you. Don't let go of the answer you worked so hard to find.
That's right. If we put our heads together, there's bound to be a way.
You're right. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm not trying to meet his expectations. So why should I give up because of him? I can't afford to lose anything more. We have to win. The debate will not only protect Zubair Theater, but also allow me to settle things with Father.
Perhaps.
That's the spirit!
Let's go. I'll tell my father about the debate. I know him very well. Even if he looks down on us.
Where is it?
I know how to make him accept.
Alright,
There we go.
let's go.
Wait, why am I gonna talk to Kale? Why did I talk to Kale? Oh my god. This is kind of driving me nuts. This shit drives me nuts. And now I'm getting driven back to the Archon quest. No, I'm not gonna put it into them both. Since we're gonna go back on the story quest, I'm about to wrap that up. Wait a minute, I'm not even far from it. Kale! Nice seeing you.
Good morning. Looks like you're awake.
Yep, yep.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you'll like it.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy.
Well, now that I've recovered from Elazar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Oh, by the way, Someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Paimon hasn't already read it?
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So Paimon didn't open it. Alright, let's read it now. Oh, it's from Milu!
Oh my god.
Ahem. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Sino's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back. It's in 2 days.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing.
We were just doing our part.
Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you.
But you're amazing too, Kale.
Oh, you're embarrassing me.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari.
Well, Tainari's doing well as well. What's up, Wimpy Kid?
Ah, good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well, thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Apasia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too!
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
I appreciate that's a lot to ask.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back!
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Huh? But didn't Milu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't tell you?
Perhaps. Or, alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast. You and Kale are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Huh?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia Forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Is your master alright?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies, and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia Forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the Forest Rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
There is nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well. You may go. But be careful.
Yay! Will do!
Let's put this to an end. Jeez, this is a very long road.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon!
We got your letters, so here we are!
You're the best! The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this.
Oh.
Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity, after all.
Of course, you're right.
You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste.
Almost.
Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too.
She's right there. Don't embarrass her.
Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense! It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
You guys are so funny. There's really no need for that. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered? If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that there will be a feast here.
Okay, we'll go around and check.
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now.
Do you know where everybody is?
When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Ormos, and Alhaitham was at the Academia. As for Sino, we've only heard that he appears at the Academia from time to time. I'm not too sure about Ramon's whereabouts. My guess is that he's with Dia. As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her. If you have time, please ask about her for me.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
I'll hate them. Yeah, something tells me I'm not gonna like his response. He's gonna be something like, oh, I have better things to do. Something like that. Didn't you just meet the man now that I think about it?
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there. Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him.
Oh,
you wouldn't
God.
believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No, not at all.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
So Kave's back. Yay. Showing up last minute,
Alhaitham
Kave?
should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there! But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the Academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kave, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment. And anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Ugh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
I'll hit them! What's up, buddy?
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Zaino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to all Hatham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned upside down.
Tainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the academia. I don't know where to begin.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6 great schools, have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, And the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the academia. But I refused.
Huh? But why? Can't you be a little more ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the academia before the new sages take office.
So you're still a leader now, even if it's just temporary?
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
Not really, no.
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars.
He didn't seem to believe a word you told him.
Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Thanks for your hard work these days.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Alright, I'll see you there.
I'll hate them ain't that bad. Not bad enough for me to dislike him. I don't know. Like, he's not a big enough jerk for me to dislike him. Maybe it'll change once I play his story quest, but for now, I'll hate them's not that bad. Not bad enough for me to dislike him, but yeah. Port almost, which is 1,000 stuff in there. All right, let's go. What were you looking for here? Oh yeah, Dunya's head?
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dunyarzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life.
I don't know if you've heard, but Alizar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
Yep, we've heard that.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it. That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I'd already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever! Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru, and as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Academia, but only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight, so he suggested I find some work in the Academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super amazing!
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second! You make it sound like you're leaving now!
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru Village. You can try your luck there. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. You can ask Sino when you meet him. Don't mention it. You'd better get going.
All right, on to our next stop. It's been a while since we last visited Aru Village. Ah, there's Sino!
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Raman! And... huh? Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying...
Congrats on your marriage. That's my guess.
I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert.
Wow.
She can't teach everyone on her own.
Am I
but
dumb?
There are many of us Eremites all over Sumeria. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
I apologize for jumping to conclusions.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
Yep. Need to set this up.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I
Set
need to
this up
look
and
after
there's a
Miss
bunch of noise
Satari
behind
in
me.
the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me.
Then wrap up
The
this
message
Archon
is,
quest.
I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful, so much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday, I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
Finally gonna put this damn Archon quest to an end. 2 days later, 19 to 24. Okay, got it. Wait, what was that? What was that called? I'm sorry, sir, but you're ineligible. Okay. Payback time for real. 19 to 24. Alright, let's go. Okay then, I don't know what you mean by that, but have a good day.
Today's the big day. Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along.
showcase dust in her eye.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
You're here.
Yep.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here! Whoa! It's so delicious! Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing!
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru, and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Ah, feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully. Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned. Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it. This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return? If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision, and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all?
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day, just like I'm doing now.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
And as soon as I finish that dialogue, I get something from Sino himself. Happy birthday, Sino. Feels like a very convenient day to do this. Oh well. This side feels somewhat like a breath of fresh air. So I know that the side I'm gonna run into later is nothing. It's gonna be almost nothing like this one. Thank you, Sino.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good. No, this gathering today has a unique meaning.
The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts, unlike the farces at the Academia. That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
Ah, there you are, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it. That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Almost like a fairy tale. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves. I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet. What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
Just kiss already, there's no shame in it.
The atmosphere here is good. And everything is delicious. Yeah. I don't often come to such places. But it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around. There's always next time. We're friends after all. This feast is pretty good. I like it.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy. Of course, just wait here for Paimon. It's me. You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with. say thank you to everyone for me? Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me? But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want. Let me think about it. Okay. Yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So...
Cheater.
I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The floor also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Bah.
Everyone! Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food. It's me. Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
The next day.
Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony!
You sound very proud of that. You sound really, really proud of that. That wasn't a compliment I just gave you.
Alright, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida? She should be in the academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
I'm not wasting my time.
Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water. So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you. Is there anything you want to know? After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently. But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru,
Welcome back.
I'm preparing to regain control of the academia. The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it. You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep?
Oh, this should be good.
You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles. In fact, The Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the Doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it was just a bluff, he still fell for it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the Doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom. He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate. Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the Nation of Justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system. Does their Archon personally judge people? No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, will preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality. Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet? Huh? You mean... About your sister. While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister.
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be anything on him or his sister.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your sister. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on her after all.
Does it have any information about this flying toddler next to me? That'd be a bit more interesting.
What? There is only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world.
But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat. But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to her?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my Gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders,
external beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Tevat's 4th descender.
I want to believe that Arlecchino is one of these descenders as well.
Huh? So the Vitui count 3 other descenders before the Traveler, and his sister isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them. And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
And like that, I guess the Dendro, the Sumeru Archon quest has now come to an end.
Is there anything you want to know? And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
Me too.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
And like that, the Archon quest is finally over. I haven't a clue. I genuinely haven't a clue. I mostly think of Mondstadt. But even I'm not sure of that one. Alright, let's waste my resin and call it a day. I won't be streaming later today. Or at least won't be streaming Genshin. I don't know about art though. I'm just gonna try and take that one day off. One or 2 days off. From this point forward. See the Mondstadt for me or Inazuma?
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Honestly, there's a bunch of choices. And I'll go back again for them. But if I go to Mondstadt, I'll just have a drunkard as an Archon. Yeah, if I go to Inazuma, it's vanilla. Maybe, but I don't really care. Sometimes simple is best.
Would you care to sit down and join me for some tea?
Not really. Maybe I'll start another time. There's still the interlude quest I have to do. And I think I'll go through Nahida's story quest as well. So that's got to wait. So the Fontaine quest I have to wait. Either way, that's kind of an emotional ride for me already. Definitely a respectable Archon. Do some things for my... Well, I'm gonna do some things for my teapot, waste my resin, and then call it there. I'm definitely not gonna try anything else. I'm really curious if the Wanderer gets some sort of redemption arc. That'd be a bit interesting to see. Alright, that should be well enough, I guess. Damn it. They both require 12. Maybe, but I honestly don't know how to tell. How many crowns they even have? That's random. Let's bring this up. Are we talking about an earlier banner or a current one? I'm a little confused. Let's bring this up. Give me my shit. Alright, we almost reached max level. Nice.
If you ever have...
How much further jump does that leave me with? Probably enough to make 10 wishes right now. Am I gonna do so though? Nope. Ah, fuck that shit, man. Back in 4-1. Is Venti a standard wish character now? Never noticed. What the hell just happened? One moment, I'll check this out. I didn't notice this. You could actually get Venti. Let's see, list of items. I don't see him on this list. Oh well. Alright, we back in business. I do not feel like wishing for Cloran's weapon anymore. Feels kind of like a waste of time now. Maybe another time. I can try and build her some other way. I hope the web event's still open. I could try to get pretty much gems out of that. That C6 coming is gonna be mine. No, I haven't. I have it still open because I'm gonna try and do it tomorrow. Best I use this later. Let's get some intense stressing. Actually, what do I need it for anymore? Wait. How come that is being displayed? Not anything else. Can't say it matters to me much. If it's forced to end, then whatever. It's not like I have much to do anyway. Alright, so let me see. Who I'm going to try and beat up the boss need to ascend Clarend or Bennett.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
You're just an unlucky dude, Bennett. By the way, has anyone tried out this guy? Yeah, I got cucked by her while I was trying to get right in Shogun. But I got her the day after, so it's all good. Can't say I regret pulling Jean though. She's actually a rather fun character to use at times. I still haven't built her right though. That's gonna be a problem for another day. Let's focus on what I can do now. Alright. No can do. Well, I guess I can do that. Any other options? Yeah, I've already come so close to it. Let's do it. Wait, am I actually being hurt by this thing? Yeah, I think I should. 100k melt, that's crazy. His plunging abilities will deal increased attack damage. Alright. Actually, since I'm no longer in the main story anymore, it's best I give these artifacts back to Vegeta. I'll try to have her move just this once though. All my artifacts back. Maybe one day I'll get better artifacts. I don't have a plunging character with me, but this is all you have to do.
Hey! Shine
Yep.
down! Things are about to get dicey.
I just thought that day.
Everyone hold hands. Yep.
There is no escape!
The Temple of Wisdom.
Teamwork is strength! Here comes the catch! No. Busted.
That's a pretty rolling down.
Gotcha.
Hey!
Shine down.
Let's change tactics.
Game's up. Time's over.
Yeah, because I keep getting hit.
Busted.
These guys are cute. Die.
There is no escape. Let's light it up. Quietly now.
I see everything.
Everybody stand back. Here comes the catch.
And yep, that's words and lower down the volume. TV, so I don't wake up at it. God damn it! Oh wait, that was the input button. Wait, I'm an idiot. I didn't get my condensed resin. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Guys, correct. That is right. Alright. I make it always come back. Now let's go back in there. Hyperbloom seems to be really strong. I think I have the three of the best characters to do it with. If I put it like that, it feels like kind of a blessing that I even have them. Yeah, I'm listening. Zhong Li, right?
Everyone hold hands.
So, two cocktails. So it's either one or the other. What the truth is still known. Wow. Everything playing along. Everything playing games right now.
Quietly.
Commit to memory.
Teamwork is trick. Busted. Shine down. No.
Let's be cautious. There we go.
Quietly now. There is no escape. Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha. Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal. Busted. Everybody stand.
Make yourselves at home.
Here comes the catch. There is no escape.
I see everything.
You don't stop them. That was with me.
Gotcha. Illusion shattered.
There you go.
Hey!
Go in! Game's up. Fun's over.
And now they're both okay, but...
Off we go.
Will I pull if I will not? Will depend on if Rice is there. Well, or maybe not, because there's Navi as well. So it's either one strong shield character or the other. Yaming. If I were to choose a 5-star one to C6, it'd probably be Arlecchino. Peaceful waters. I haven't spent time in summer hell. I'd rather this than freeze to death at least. I'm never gonna try and C6 Gaming since I have the chance. Oh, I have a chance. If Arlecchino comes around, then maybe I'll try and C6 or 2. If possible, of course. That seems like a very tall order. Alright, got what I needed. Oh yeah. God damn it. Oh, sadly that doesn't change my change. I'm gonna go beat up that damn seahorse. For Chlorine's sake. I don't know if Chlorine's a character worth C6ing or not. But I really do like her gameplay a lot. Yep, we get it. Let's go pay that seahorse a visit. Let's see if I have the necessary materials to do this. I can't remember what exactly I beat him with last time. Nah. I think a pyro character would do me good. This makes me really wish I have Yoimiya. Yoy meal would definitely be a good pick right about now. What did I have last time? It's Gaelon.
Let's go get ourselves some answers.
Probably the next schedule I'll send to the highest. It'll be Gaelon. Seem like cooking? What do you mean? Someone tells me I'm not gonna have a good time, but I'll wait to find out, huh? Alright, do this and I'll be up for the stream. So.
Transfixed.
I really wish I had ultimate weapons just for the looks alone.
The night is cold.
Take it easy. Let's light it up!
My guiding stars.
Overruled.
Get back here.
Not now.
Here comes the catch. This is where you fall. Transfixed.
My guiding star.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Let's light it up.
Not now.
Quietly now.
My guiding stars.
Wanted my full attention, did you?
Yep, so
The night is cold.
Witness my rise. Overruled.
Not now.
Let's light it up. Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
now you're on the last one. I almost feel bad for him. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Oh well. Alright, so how much does that leave me with? 5 out of 8. I can always just craft the whatever those things are. I have no idea what you're talking about. Dawn of the Depth. Do I even have that? Do I even have that? The other one I have is this one. I'll use it once I can get these. So I'll do that another time. Yeah, they like to think it's Sunday, but are gonna be open. I have to wait for 4 o'clock to do that. It's not gonna be open now, it's gonna be open today at 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. Fragile resin, fragile resin. I'm gonna have to think on that one.
Take it easy.
Ugh. Well, I think that's gonna conclude today's stream. Any last words?
Jules from Liyue, come take a look.
Oh wait. Any last words? No? Alright then. I guess that'll wrap us up today. Yep. This is gonna end because I ran out of resin and basically got nothing else to do for now. I don't know if I'll be doing this tomorrow though. Okay. With that said, I'll wait for it to stand up one more time and then I'll call it. This is way too low. Bye. I'll wait for it to stand up and then I'll end it. Seems like it's gonna take a very long time to just stand up. Parakeet, please stand up. Took you long enough. Alright, I think I'll end there.